All right. Look at these guys, Amanda.
I know.
They're so awesome.
Yeah, they are. Man, they cleaned it up yesterday, and they took everything out of here.
Yeah,
So
we had
it
to
was,
bring that big 40-footer in here.
yeah,
Look at it,
so they had
14
to
by
take
40.
everything out, and they brought the big 40-footer in, and it was just so cool to see it completely
Hey,
empty.
Show this right here. There are no, on the side of this building, there are no interior walls. And look how straight that is through there. So there's no interior walls in that, Amanda, to pull that wall straighter out. You know, it's going to be plumb, we call it, when it's up and down. Mm-hmm. That's why I love these panels, is when you build a wall, there is no racking. There is no side to side. And normally, you know, it's a 40-foot wall.
Right.
That's going to be wavy. Look how straight it is. Now, when we put our roof panels on that, it makes it perfectly straight. Both sides, locks it in with our corner brackets, our inside corner brackets, everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when we're done, it's like a cooler.
Yeah.
Like a Yeti cooler. Is
Right.
it Yeti?
Yeah, it's Yeti. Mm-hmm. Or igloo or Yeti.
Are we gonna go out here and walk through the forest?
Yeah.
Come on, let's
I'm
go.
ready. Let's go.
All right.
I got to get my sunglasses. Look, Ace is so excited. He's
Come
like
on, buddy.
he's like losing it. Look at the back. Look at his back legs.
Go.
He's so excited. So we've got to do this in between the rain, but we wanted to really focus on the communities today and kind of show. I mean, we're just so excited about the communities. There's so much going on, and then we've got the communities that's coming up with Spencer in near Fall Creek Falls.
Is that where it's at, Amanda?
Yes, that's where it's
Yeah, it's
at.
so formal. She gets on camera, she starts acting up.
I do.
Look at her. Hey, you got a tail. How
I
come I
know.
can see your brassiere?
I do.
Mandy, you wore a black bra and a see-through
Stop,
shirt.
you can't say that.
You just, look.
Stop.
Let me fix ya.
What is it?
Stop. Look. Now, see? Now you can't see your microphone.
Thank you.
No, you look very nice. And I'm glad it quit raining just a little bit. This is our pond that we made for all of the runoff that comes off of these communities. So this land is almost perfectly level and is awful for runoff water. And we've had a time as we develop this land for the water.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it's really working well. So all of our water goes towards that pond.
Right,
you know?
right.
Well, that's Jordan. Okay. And Ace loves it. We got an aerator inside here, so a lot of the ladies that go fishing, they throw all their fish in here. Now, right through here is it's just so cute.
I think it's adorable.
It's so pretty. This is our Grove community probably gave me more social media flack
Yeah.
than any community we've ever done.
Yeah.
We got 72 homes on 2 acres.
Excuse
and
me.
bless you. And I deliberately did that to see, no, we didn't force anybody to live here. And it absolutely sold out super
I'm
quick.
sorry.
And all of the homes are almost exactly the same. We got 3 different models that we featured, and it's been turned into one of our best communities. Now, proximity, the homes are very, very close. Some of them are only 5 foot apart. You can see most of them are 5 foot apart because you can only have a 20-foot wide house, and the lots are 25. But as you can see, people have put the faux stone, all the different colors, the roofs. People are saying, what is the noise level from your, can you hear somebody fart in the next house?
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
Oh,
It's
gosh, I said
gross.
it. And no, everybody's having a great time here.
They are. They love it.
And when I designed this,
Yeah.
right, in my mind, I remember going through, when I was a kid, we went through Philadelphia, and we went through Portsmouth, Ohio.
Okay.
And I remember there were steel mills there and everything. And I was a little guy, because we're heading to Huntington, West Virginia, and down to Logan, where my mom and dad are from.
Right.
From Detroit. We'd go there constantly. And I remember seeing these houses so close together, and all the porches were almost hooked to each other. And I remember as a kid thinking, I would love to have my neighbor next to me. And I said, hey, Jim, what's going on? Hey, buddy, what's over here?
Yeah.
And everybody was getting along and talking, and everybody
Well,
sitting on
that's
the
how,
porch.
so just to kind of put this in perspective, that's the way you were raised.
Yeah.
So you were raised where you had a neighbor across the street right and on each side.
20 foot apart.
And so
Yeah.
you were in a neighborhood where all you kids played together and all that kind of stuff.
Almost as tight as this.
Almost as tight. And that is a normal, I mean, for like areas like that. Where I grew up, of course, I grew up in the holler. We've showed that before. Out there, your neighbor is way away from you and stuff stuff like that. We still played with the kids around
Yeah.
that we went to school with and everything.
I walked out there with
But-
50 kids to play with.
But it's so interesting because nobody had a problem with living that close, and
No.
everybody had full lives.
Love
like your dad even bought a pool, right? So he even bought a pool and
That
put
took up the whole backyard.
they took up the whole backyard. One of the things I want to show, if Nick will show this, and this is exactly what Randy had intended, and we got to looking at it. The colors, all the different colors. We wanted this whole wall of just different colored houses. Kind of call it like the Painted Ladies.
Yeah.
What's that called in San Francisco?
Yeah.
And it is so cute. And everybody here, you would not believe, gets out and does cookouts. They get together, they go places together, they get on their porch. If you want to be private, you're private. If you don't want to be private, you can go visit everybody. This right here it's been the show out community,
Yeah,
honestly.
but it's given me the most flack with the
It
local
has.
government because they look
has.
at it and they think it's an eyesore.
I know.
You know, and that is only the local government that says that.
Right.
We've had several cities from other parts of the country
And mayors.
that have come here, dignitaries that have come here and said, we want this
They
in
love it.
our city.
Yeah.
They want this in our county.
I
We
know.
want this, what you've done. We actually have right now,
Yeah.
the mayor of Knox County is coming here
Yep.
in July to look at what we've done.
Yeah.
And look at our manufacturing facility because they want to implement this in Knox County.
I know, I'm so excited. And two, you know, we've talked about Paducah. That's one of our other communities, and I'm sure we'll touch on it and give updates and things like that. But all of them came. The mayor and the whole staff
the Paducah mayor,
came.
We've got 8 acres with 86 home sites.
Yep,
That, you know, we'll give or take a little bit. We're going to put a little community center in.
Sure.
And then, of course, Spencer's going to be more like this. It's going to be more of the
That's what
more
we're
of
gonna
the
show.
forest. The entire Spencer is more like the forest. It's just all
Yeah.
wooded and it's country and it's
But Paducah,
all different feels.
Paducah's fun because it's going to be in the city.
Yeah,
So
city limits.
It's city limits. So it's going to be the first time we're going to be doing something in the city.
We
so that's
probably
exciting.
already spent $100,000 on engineering.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, every bit of it. Well, what we're excited about to show you, we will show you inside of the Grove and the
Let's
other
walk around.
communities.
Yep.
But let's show, if you want to know what Spencer, which 54 plus people, probably more since yesterday, I haven't talked to Tim, have signed up for Spencer, Tennessee, the Fall Creek Falls community. This is what it's going to look like.
Yep.
This is going to give you a great idea.
Exactly.
So let's take a walk.
Okay. I bet it's hard for you to walk backwards, isn't it? Or sideways, yeah. We got Nick filming us.
Yeah.
And we're trying this out. Nick's
Hey,
we've gotten to know Nick. He's done some filming before, but
Yeah.
I've been wanting to incorporate Amanda and I both on the video, and so we can be more just more relaxed and
Right.
and do be more of who we are and what we're doing.
Something I want to show while we're passing by it, not to interrupt, but I know you talked about so much rain that we've had,
Yeah.
and the rain has been unbelievable. And we just had a torrential downpour just a little bit ago. So we jumped out of here because it's going to rain again here soon. But I want to show this. I don't know if you know what a mimosa tree is. So we have these here in Tennessee. I'm sure, I don't know where else they have them at. I really don't know the history of them. But anyway, I've got some at my house and I've been seeing them everywhere. Because there's been so much rain, the blooms are here longer. So this is the longest I've seen these mimosa trees with these pink, fluffy looking,
Yeah.
flamingo looking blooms, and they're just beautiful trees. So, and they may even be a weed tree. I'm not
You know
sure.
what? My mom's sister, Geneva,
Yeah.
was in West Virginia, and that was her favorite tree ever.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, mimosa. And I remember being a boy, you know what my mom would say to her?
What?
Yeah, Geneva, that's just no weed tree.
That's what, well, they call them weed trees, and
Yeah.
you know, so.
I love it too. It almost looks
It's-
tropical.
And a lot of people cut it down, but I just wanted to point out, because there's been so much rain, we're getting to see it longer and paying attention to, like, hey, what's them pink blooms
Yep.
there? So I think everybody here, what year is this that they've been in? That fourth year?
I think it's the fourth.
Fourth or fifth year here at the forest. People have settled in and they have got their own trees, their own plants, their own little gardens and stuff like that. And it's come into its own now. It's everybody's personality.
Yep. But
It's
they're just now starting their
starting their garden.
little garden here. And that's a Birmingham with the underpinning. You see a little bit of a lawn
Mm-hmm.
here. There's some of these folks have planted some of the most beautiful lawns. Like
Yes.
their yard now is a lawn, you know. But
Beautiful.
she she just had knee surgery, and
Yeah.
her sister's here. They're from out west, and they moved here.
Yeah.
And I've seen them out here. You know, she's doing great on her knee surgery, getting another knee in August.
Really?
And she said, I want to go hiking. I got a lot of stuff I want to do.
She's excited.
Oh, she was a biker, like a long distance biker.
Yeah.
Most of her younger years, you know, so she's super active, but her getting out, walking her dog all the time.
Well, and two, that's another thing that we want to talk about with the community. If you look around,
Look at that. That's cool.
this
isn't
shot right here, and
Shoot
all
that. There,
all
Nick,
the way
right down
down
that.
through the road here on Tamarack, people get out of their homes here because almost everybody has a dog.
Yep.
They get out and they walk these roads. So they walk down through there. We have a Milligan Mile, which was named after Randy's mom. Her last name is Milligan. People go, it's a mile around that you can go all the way around. You can go down through here. People take their dogs all the time outside. So this is a community that encourages being outdoors, especially here in the forest. This is what Spencer is going to look like. And we know that the people that's already signed up, the 54 plus that's signed up and ready to go, I mean, they're just like super excited, getting the Facebook going and everything.
It's even going to be probably lots will probably even be more wooded and bigger than this.
Oh,
The
I
lots
bet, yeah.
will be bigger, and the little town square that we're putting, because it's a little bit out in the country, so we're going to have it as a independent. So we're
Yeah.
going to have a little store, coffee shop. It's being built like right now. We're routering the panels to get that there.
I love it.
Yeah.
So a couple of differences here that I'd like to show people that all of it looks good. So over here they have, she's planted daylilies and different flowers, and this have the rocks. These rocks right here are from our mountain that Randy lets all of the residents use. So they can go and get rocks and
Yeah.
bring them over here, because we want the, want the communities to look pretty. So we want them to use that. So a big difference in it. So they've done that here. Over here at this house, which looks equally as beautiful, she had rocks brought in and probably used those of ours on the outside, but that's a whole different look. So you can see that we like to encourage personality and differences here, and it still looks good. So one having grass, one has rocks, one has different things. It all looks nice together. So this is how we want to be.
Their particular home, they have done an amazing job
Their
on this.
porch is beautiful.
And this is in Birmingham. They got a screened-in porch, a shed to match the home.
Gorgeous.
Gravel landscaping.
The
They've
shed.
taken this to another level of landscaping. The one thing I want to point out is these 4 lots right here, where originally everybody said to me, those are awful, Randy. They got old pine trees.
Yeah.
It's not going to be big enough to have a home on. So they ended up being, I think, almost the best lots in the house.
Yeah, these were the last ones picked.
Yeah, last ones. So the reason I'm saying that is if you go to any of our communities and you participate, don't ever think that your lot is going to be something that's not going to be very nice.
Yeah,
You got to
right.
wait till it's done, till the community's done. There's not a lot in here that's bad.
Right, no, there's
No.
not.
And they've all got a different personality.
Yeah.
You know, this one's on the corner, but they put so much greenery and stuff around here. It just looks great, and there's a lot of privacy on it. You know?
There is.
Yep.
Now this was the first road right here. This is Jack Pine.
Yep. So we got on about, I don't know, man, I think it's about 5 acres, 6 acres. We've got 70, I don't know why, we got 72 homes here,
72.
and we got 72 in the Grove.
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Hey,
Man, her house looks great. This looks great. The yard here and everything. Coming in, we've got how many entrances? 3?
Yeah.
3 entrances to this property.
So, you know, too, when we first started developing this thing, Amanda took and videoed me in the forest, in the woods, and I said, you know what? Right there is a factory. And I didn't hide it. I said, there's a factory. And we got forklifts.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep. And there's noise that comes out of that. And at the other end of the forest, there's another factory. It's
Yeah.
called Sunoco. They build sonotubes. It's like a paper mill. And at times you can smell it. And I was very open about that. And I said, everybody, this is what's here. I don't want anybody coming here and saying here. And it does have those. But what was unique is we were able to turn this into a beautiful place that now that's not even something we even think about.
Nobody thinks about it.
Nobody thinks about it being
No.
here. And the county Never thought we could ever create an industrial area to turn into the. We even had the EPA come here.
Yep.
TDEC of Tennessee came here and did a video on us of how we reclaimed a factory setting into a residential, beautiful place.
Yes. This was empty land. Nobody wanted it. And to be able to turn it into that, I remember whenever we went out here into the forest, didn't look nothing like this, of course. And you had that wheel, and we're going through the weeds and the trees and the stickers and the bushes and everything. And we filmed it and we promoted it, and we're talking, we filled it up. So something I really want to show is the Grove. It has really,
well, you love these cattails.
I love these cattails. So it's right here at a little creek, which I'm sure the creek, you know, it's been full this year so far. But look how pretty that is. And all the colors of the houses.
And this used to be an old Firestone factory. And now look at it.
Well, something else that I wanted to point out, these houses right here, you really can't see unless you're close up on it. So not only did we repurpose this land, we repurposed these homes, these panels, and we turned them into homes. So we took a piece of land that nobody wanted and nobody wanted to create anything. Nobody would have thought we'd have put a place for people to live here. But these panels were discarded. Nobody wanted them. So if you'll talk about the process of them making these houses, it's, you know, I think it's a great story.
I forget about that, and that is true. That's, I mean, the land, nobody wanted. The panels, nobody wanted. And I'll tell you what, I've always said, me included, all of our guys that work here and everybody, I always, and I don't mean this as a degrading thing whatsoever, I'm almost honored, but it's almost like we're the land of the misfits.
I know, it feels like it
and
sometimes,
I think tiny home people, they feel like
misfits too
because,
sometimes.
You know, most of their family members objected of them coming here and living in a tiny home. And the stories, everybody's like, my kids thought I was crazy, my parents, everybody, friends. So they are discarded. The panels are discarded. The
land was discarded.
We're discarded.
And look what we turned it into.
How pretty it turned into.
I know. I love it. The people that are here, they absolutely know the fight that it has been for affordable housing and for an alternative housing. They're fighting with us. It ain't us just alone. They've supported us by being here and by living here, by choosing, as we, you know, our slogan is choose tiny, live free. By them doing that, they're helping us to keep communities going and to make this grow more. So we couldn't be happier that we have went off of property here. We're, you know, we're working on Buffalo Creek and stuff, but we're going to, other towns, and that we're not going to stop there either. So, Randy, if you'll talk about real quick the sizes, because of the closeness, what sizes were in the Grove?
They were 16 to 20 foot.
Okay.
You know, so we got a 8 by 16, 8 by 20, and then we had a 12. We had a 10 by 20, and then a 12 by 20.
Look how pretty that is.
Yep.
And it's going to do nothing but get better. I want to show the trees as we walk down through here. Randy had wanted to put a tree at every home, and we gifted that to every home here. And they're crabapple trees, and this is the second year, and they're doing better, and they're going to get taller, and they're going to get more full, but it's going to make a huge difference. And as you can see, this house right here, we can kind of get in front of this, you can make it your own. You can make it as simple as you want, and you can make it as beautiful,
as
personalized with the garden and the flowers and the colors. And you can see everybody has their own personality. It's brought them together. It's had them maybe even feel or live a way that they never was able to in a bigger house. You know, because in a bigger home, you know, it's hard to fill up a space on the porch in a bigger home or a garden or something. She's got this tiny little porch, she's got this tiny little corner, and where she's bought what she's bought, it looks full, and it looks like just, you know, just a lot.
And she come out one day, we talked.
Yes, super nice.
And she said, you know what? She goes, I've really been more of a loner. And she said, I like it here because I can be a loner, or I can be a participant. And everybody knows. And so when I'm out, if somebody wants to help me, it's fun. But if I want to be by myself, I can. And I think,
I love it.
You know, it's neat how everybody's honoring every and communicating and talking about it.
I agree. I absolutely love it. Well, let's go to the next road over here. The Grove is, you know, it's been a big kind of running joke that there's show outs you know, from all of their meeting, getting together, and cookouts and things like that.
Well, hey, before you do that, I would like to show what's going on with all these homes along this road right here.
Okay.
So if Nick, if you could show all down through here, this is not the Grove. These people are not living in these. We've run out of room to put homes, and so eventually this won't be used as a parking lot. We as a factory, we use this parking lot. All these homes are either being transported across the country, or they're gonna go on Buffalo Creek, or they're going on some development that we have somewhere. And so we use this as a parking area. I hope one day that away from them power lines, I always wanted to build a retail area here. We have some shops, coffee shops and beautician, whatever we want.
Right.
And have like a boardwalk through here.
I think that'd be really great.
So eventually we'll get to that. It's just like everything else. Everything takes time for that to come together.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and too, with you saying that about the businesses, it's one of the perks that we wanted to give to the residents that sign up and that live here. So if you buy a home from us and you live in one of our communities, we're going to have these little retail shops, whether it be a coffee shop, whether it be a sandwich shop, you know, like I said, dog grooming, whatever they want to do. But it has to be a resident of that community that gets to open up the shop. So you can live here and even be approved and open up your own little shop and have a business here. So you can live here and work here and have a beautiful life.
So the kind of the thing here in Cocke County and the thing here in Tiny Town is that because this is such a small county, there's not any more electricity available.
Right.
So whatever we add to here now has got to be solar.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why one of our developments here is going to have a generator system, you know.
Right, correct.
So for right now, if we do this, it'll be an off-grid retail shop, you know. And so that takes time, takes money, but that's
in our plans.
What I like about it is it's continually growing.
Yes.
And adapting and going to be something more.
I agree. I love it.
Amanda, we walk through the forest, walk through the grove, and if we walk through the beach and the prairie, we'll be another hour, you know what?
We definitely will.
Yeah.
Well, this was a showstopper. So you stopped and said, "Hey, we've got to film these right here." And what we're talking about is this is what we call Grove Road.
Yeah.
And it's going to change, of course, but this is where the houses are waiting to go to Buffalo Creek. They're either waiting to be picked up by the hauler. But we have several of the houses here, but it's several like Birmingham's just in a row here that looks stunning.
Yeah. So, and this is the Grove behind us. One of the, you know, the real pretty colors we showed you on the back with the cattails. So. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel if you will. Tell somebody about our communities, our homes we built. Stay tuned to more models and everything that we're doing. And you're never going to find a company that's going to be more transparent about everything. How we build, where we go, how we do things. And stay tuned to what we got. So subscribe if you will. Give us a thumbs up and a comment. And we hope to see you on the next video.
And we are creating communities all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Thank you guys. Bye.
Come on, Ace. Where'd he go?